What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is Dexter Resurrection Season 1, Episode 8 preview, trailer, breakdown. We will go through all the trailer. I will give you my theories of what I think is going on, but not only will I do that, I have a special fan theory that I will also highlight at the end of the video. And if you're into videos like this, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button for your boy. 500 is the like goal. We have been able to hit that in the last couple of videos. Let's keep the streak going, people. Let's keep it going. And subscribe to the channel for more content. We will be doing a live stream with a raffle giveaway of a Dexter blood slide ornament. So let's be in it to win it. Let's get this trailer started.
Just imagine if Harrison knew you had killed a person.
Just one.
The title of this episode is The Kill Room Where It Happens, and that's exactly what we see being set up by Dexter in these first couple of scenes of this trailer. We see that Dexter is finally having the chance to set up his kill room properly, the way he always has done it, so that he could take out who I believe will be the Rapunzel killer. And why do I think that? Well, if we look in the background of this, we can see there are a bunch of fake ponytails. Most likely this is a place where women go to get hair extensions, and that is why they have all these ponytails around. But he has those around because he's setting it up. He's planning for Rapunzel to be on his table at some point, and he thinks that it's going to happen soon. Now, will it go that smooth is what we have to talk about, but we shall see. We then see Harrison looking out of a window. He could be in a hotel, but most likely he is in the woman that he wished to be his girlfriend's apartment looking out the window. Now, I've heard an interesting theory that Harrison has already killed her landlord without him knowing, like he can't remember that he did it, but he has already done it. Did you hear that theory? If so, tell me if you enjoy that. But we do see Blessings talking to Dexter saying, what if Harrison knew that you killed the person? And Dexter's like, well, only one. He'd probably be proud if it was only one, the way he's going right there. But I hope this ends the whole New York Ripper Blessings thing. The man has admitted that he's killed one person his whole life, and he's very traumatized by that whole situation, doesn't want his family to find out about this. That's most likely why he's talking to Dexter about this at this particular time.
I placed a tracer in Mr. Morgan's vehicle.
Where are you now, Dexter Morgan?
So by the way Batista is talking, calling him Mr. Morgan, I have to assume that he's talking to Claudette or someone from the New York City Police Department. And not is he bragging, but he's saying that he placed a tracer in Dexter's vehicle. Well, that could be illegal. That could be something that he should not do knowingly to trace somebody. He could get in trouble for it. In fact, I think that this whole plan that he has with this tracer, which is just a pair of headphones in Dexter's vehicle, is going to come back and bite him in the ass in the end once it's all said and done. I mean, he believes he has done a master stroke, but I do believe it's going to backfire, because there's no way I can see them allowing Dexter to be taken down by a pair of headphones, not after everything we've seen him accomplish. And when we look at him in this trailer, we can see that he's actually smiling when he's driving. So I think he knows that they're already there, and he is setting Angel up for the big one when it's all said and done. And Angel is going to come out of the bad side of the stick with this one.
Lowell, Mia, Gareth, and then there was Al.
Trust me and let me do my job.
And do your job.
So we hear Dexter reminiscing of all of the serial killer Suicide Squad that he has taken out. First talking about Lowell, then talking about how basically he's the one who set up Mia for her downfall, and then the Gemini Killer. And I have been vocal about how I felt they've dealt with this serial killer Suicide Squad. But last but not least, he says, and then there was Al. And then it shows him in the trunk. Now, is it showing him that Al is bagged up in the trunk at this time? Or is this a flashback? Is this something that we've already seen? I don't believe it's a flashback. I think it's a good chance that he has already taken out Al and has him in the trunk. But there could be something else going on. And I will get to that later on in the video. But again, I wish we got more time with these serial killers. But I do understand that it's only a 10-episode season. I also know that a lot of people in this fandom believe that Al is going to be the big bad serial killer out of them all, that he's going to be the one to hurt Dexter, but I really don't see it going down that way. I truly think that when it's all said and done, it's going to be a situation where Al just gets thrown in the trunk like the rest of them, and he's not really going to put up any resistance. I don't like it, but I think that's the way they're really going to go with it. Charlie and Prada are still having problems because he will not allow her to do her job, and that is to investigate and figure things out and protect him in the long run. But as I said before, he is such a fanboy of Red that he is not going to allow her to do her job. But it seems like at this particular time, he has just been fed up, like, please just go do your fucking job. Stop talking to me. Do whatever you gotta do. And the way she makes her fist looks like she wants to punch him in his face, like she's at her wit's end with this whole situation. In the end, we all know it is going to be Charlie that figures out his identity as the Bay Harbor Butcher. 100%, that's how it's going to play out. But the interesting thing is, how is Prada going to react once he figures that out? Will he be an even bigger fanboy of the Bay Harbor Butcher than he was of Red and really want to be his friend? That is what we have to really talk about when it's all said and done. But without a doubt, Charlie is going to figure this out.
I found the proof that the Bay Harbor Butcher is still active.
Tonight's the night I'm putting an end to this.
It seems that Batista has caught his white whale. He is saying on the phone to Claudette that he has found proof that the Bay Harbor Butcher is still active. Now, when we look at everything that we see, we could see that he is inside of the kill room, and the kill room is all dressed up. The kill room is there with the plastic there and everything, where we know that he is going to kill Rapunzel at this particular time. He has found the room. So did he just use his tracker and Dexter had no idea that this is going on? Of course not. Dexter has to know that this is going on. Dexter had to lure him to this place. And that brings me to one of our listeners who comes by. His name is Jackson, and he told me on the live stream last night that he believes that Dexter was setting up Batista and that Dexter would be one step ahead of Batista. And I believe that that is the most likely outcome for this whole situation, that Batista is getting set up. Now, he said that he never seen this trailer at this particular time, but by him saying that, I do believe that most likely this is the case. So let me use the trailer to break it down and put my 2 cents into it. What we seen from the last episode, when Dexter first met Claudette, that he planted the seeds that Batista was obsessed with this case of the Bay Harbor Butcher because his boy Dokes got bagged up for it and he just couldn't accept it. That was the seeds that he was trying to plant for it. So now we can see how that's going to play out. Number one, Claudette knows that because she has gone through that same type of grass before and knows how that can get to you. Then we see in this trailer, he admit to Claudette that he placed a tracker in Dexter's car. That right there makes him look like he's more crazier than he's done. He's not a cop anymore. He's just not allowed to trace people because you feel like it. But that also adds to the obsession that he has with Dexter. And now he calls her up saying, I have proof that the Bay Harbor Butcher is still active and he's inside of this lair. We then get a shot of all of Dexter's tools that are there. And we know that his tools are sharp and he is ready to go. But what we do hear in the background, and what I'm telling you, what you hear is we hear a scream. We hear somebody screaming. That is Rapunzel's scream, and it's loud. Now understand why the scream is important. Yes, we have heard victims scream before, but we have not heard the victim scream this season. And I believe that there is a scream because Dexter allows him to scream, because we see him waking him up with the smelling salt, and he's going to allow him to scream. Why is he going to do that? Because at the same time when this is going on, Batista is going to be inside of the building, and he is going to draw Batista in, most likely by the screams of this dude. Now we hear Dexter say right now, I'm putting an end to all this. So everything he wants to put an end to, this whole serial killer super squad, side squad stuff, and he wants to end Batista. How does he get rid of Batista? What would he have to do to pull this off? Dexter talking to himself, talking to Harry, saying, you know, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. He ends all this whole situation going on with Angel and gets them out of his life. And they show us Angel, what appears to be him witnessing or him coming around the corner. I don't even think that he witnesses the kill, but the kill has already taken place in front of him, and the body of Al most likely could be there. Now, it could be a switch, and it could be someone else, because we did see Dexter put something in the trunk, so that may not be Al, but it could be Al. It could be a situation where he's done that, or it could be, who I think is a good possibility that it might be, I don't know, it could be that landlord also. We shall see how it goes down, but someone is going to be there on this table, and it's going to be Dexter, in my opinion, and Jackson, because he said that inside of the chat. We've got to give him his credit for putting that out there 100%, that Dexter is going to set him up, and Batista is going to take the fall for this whole situation. Now, it does seem that that is the way it's going down. Why else do they have Dexter in this silly stocking mask? He never kills nobody in a stocking mask. He's using this stocking mask because he knows that there is some type of camera system in there, and that's why he's having it, and just to freak Batista out in the end. Now, will this hold in court? I don't know. But if this is the way that he does get rid of Batista, the same way that he got rid of Lady Vengeance, setting him up to get himself arrested, all right? Now, we know that Batista is in the final 2 episodes also, right? He's going to be in them, right? Now, it's all about what he's going to be doing in it. The next episode is called Touched by an Angel, right? That Touched by an Angel. You think that maybe that means that Angel is going to lay hands on Dexter at this particular time, but it may be something else going on. It could be that somebody else was touched by Angel, and Angel is now set up for this murder. That would be hilarious if Angel just really thought he was smarter than Dexter and just got outsmarted. But you let me know, do you think that this theory holds any water, or do you think that, hey, he did catch Dexter red-handed and that's what's going on, and he had put the drop on Dexter, and Dexter had no idea about the iPods inside of his car, and Batista has just been that smart and one step ahead of Dexter. And although it does look like it's going to be Al on the slab, and that's who Batista's gonna find, something tell me it could be that Bobby Bacala. That would help out Dexter and Harrison. It would clear that up, and it'd be another problem that Harrison did. Now, maybe Harrison already took him out, maybe that theory, and Dexter's covering up this whole situation for it, and that is gonna be how it's all ended for Angel. But if Angel goes out like that, what's he gonna do for the next 2 episodes? Just be in jail and talk to Claudette like that and really be set up? That's a lot to believe that they would actually do that to that character, especially because they've already done it with Mia but to have Angel locked up again. And we also know that Quinn does receive a phone call from somebody in the trailer. We assuming that it came from Batista, but maybe it's from somebody else. I don't know. It could go either way. Solid theory all around, but you tell me in the comment what you think. Because there is a chance that he does set Batista up, but somehow Batista escapes out of the room. Like, he runs away, he gets out, Dexter gets away, and Batista has no choice but to flee the situation. And then the cops come in and find this whole thing going on right then. It could be something like that. Then they question Batista. Well, who is this person that you were with? Who are you doing this? Are you just trying to make it look like the Bay Harbor Butcher is active at this time? Because then all of a sudden he could say, well, I traced Dexter and Dexter was here, but then Dexter could have took the iPods and put them somewhere else so that they track somewhere else. So he's like, I wasn't there and he tracked me and it says that I'm all the way over here. And then Batista's fucked. It could go that. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. Can't wait for the episode. It's going on. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.